What's going on, guys? How are you? Welcome to another episode of To Speak My Truth.
Our truth.
To Speak My Truth.
Our truth.
Go close the door, please.
That's good.
I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful Monday. Had a great weekend. This is actually my first cup of coffee today. I've been drinking water this whole time. Thought I started off with a little Lady Gaga this morning.
Lady Gaga.
But again, I hope you guys are all staying safe. I know in New Jersey, a lot of the
Outdoor dining starts today.
Yeah, outdoor dining, and some of the shops are open, so that's really great. So hopefully everyone is being safe, wearing their masks, but going outside and, you know, going back to sort of normal that it used to be. Today's guest is someone that I actually have met recently, and she is absolutely phenomenal. I love her energy. I love what she stands for. I love what she's doing, and I'm very, very intrigued to see how she's been doing during this time. But Kelly Roach is a former NFL cheerleader, turned Fortune 500 executive, turned author, turned motivational, speaker. She runs in a sense, a company that helps grow companies, in a sense, to put it in a nutshell. She can obviously explain it better, but I'm very, very excited because we have literally 25 minutes with her, so we're going to jump right in and get started. Did I do this something? Okay, there we go. So, let me make sure my volume's all the way up. Yeah. Is it up? It's up, right? You have to tilt it up. Hold on, I did something wrong. Guys, can you believe I'm still learning? This is like episode 46, I believe, and I'm still learning. Is it 47 already?
Oh. Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much for joining us. I am super excited. Kelly, this is my husband.
Oh, what's up, Cal?
Hey there.
And he's been very interested in doing the show, and we wanted to do a show together, so I'm helping him introduce him to the biz.
I love it. Dream team. Lewis,
yeah,
dream team.
we're trying to be here.
I love it.
So he listens in, and then he goes, he taps me. He's like, I have a question. I'm like, go right ahead, honey. So again, thank you so much for being here with us. We are super excited because I really wanted to dive a little bit deeper into your business and who you are. I know you always are asking me hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, no, what about you? Let's talk about you and how phenomenal you are for just a second. My first question, honestly, is usually what I ask a lot of mothers who are wearing 1,000 hats is, how are you specifically doing being a wife, being a mother, and being a leader of this phenomenal team that's growing? If anything, through this virus, you've been growing and expanding and just dominating. So how have you been doing?
Yeah, you know what? I have to be honest. I'm incredibly grateful and very thankful. Well, first of all, just like you guys are a dream team, my husband is me and him are the dream team at home, right? So yay. I could not be doing what I'm doing right now. He's out fishing with Madison right now. So I get to do this with you guys, right? So first of all, I'm really, really lucky in that sense. From a leadership and a business standpoint, I teach people how to grow businesses online. Okay. So, throughout all this insanity and all of this craziness, it's really been an opportunity for me to speak to my clients and really talk about what the future is going to look like for all of us, and the importance of really understanding and honing these timeless skills that we're all going to be using forevermore, right?
Absolutely.
And so, I've been really lucky in that sense that, as you said, we've been continuing to grow. It's been a difficult year from a leadership standpoint. I always say, my favorite phrase is train for your business like an athlete trains for their sport. And of all the moments, I think I said this to my husband 100 times this year. I am so thankful that I've been training for my business like an athlete trains for their sport for 7 years now, because this was like our Super Bowl, ready? Like for leaders, how you showed up over this course of 2020, and we're not done yet. And I have a feeling there's more in store. 2020 has more in store for us. You know, it was definitely a test of that, but I also feel like I had been training and preparing for it. So it was difficult, but I think we did very, very well. I'm incredibly proud of the team, the way that they've showed up, their integrity, their heart, their passion, and it's shown in our results, you know?
Absolutely. And I think it's something that even when I had the opportunity to speak with your team, it was just, you had a group that was just so hungry.
Yeah.
And honestly, just happy.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like this fakeness. It wasn't like people like, oh, this is another board meeting. It was, let's sit, let's chat. And they looked good. They felt good. And like you said, in these moments, it's great that you do have like an online kind of business where it's like, well, what has changed? Like everyone, if anything, more people are online. And now your audiences, if anything, has grown. But I'm glad that it's going well. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm glad that you and your husband are making it work. And school is over, right?
Yeah, school is over.
Okay.
We had like a pretend kindergarten graduation this weekend for Madison at the house. We did like the balloons. We got her a little cap and gown because, you know, she hasn't been in school since March. So, you know.
I can only imagine. As a kid, I mean, especially kindergarten's like the fun time.
Right.
Still, it's like, wait, why can't I go back? Like,
it's
supposed to be here.
It's wild. It is wild. And I feel bad because, you know, now the kids have this different language. Like Madison will say like the virus, like, Mom, I think the virus will be gone in a couple months, you know, so we can do, and their language has changed. And it's a lot for them psychologically. And that's why for me, like I worked so hard for so long for Billy to be able to be home with Madison.
Yes.
And now I'm so thankful. And that's, and you know, we've talked, so you understand my personality, I understand yours. It's why I wanted you to come in and talk to my team, because we have a lot in common in that belief system. But I sacrificed a lot in the short term so that when a situation like this happened, my husband was already home.
Yeah.
Like all of those sacrifices for so long. And that's why I talk about on the podcast all the time, like having a long range vision, which you of all people embody this, like you're training and you're planning and you're preparing for the future. And, you know, sacrifice in the short term will always pay off in the long term if you maintain your focus. You know, you have to be anchored in your purpose. And I think going back to the team, you know, we wake up every day and we're like, we have been given the privilege and opportunity to change people's lives every day by teaching them how to grow a successful business. So, you know, if you don't see that opportunity and wake up in the morning with excitement and passion, I'm like, you can't be on this rocket ship if you don't see what this opportunity is, you know.
I love that. I love that. I love like your analogies and how to get people going. So I'm just like, preach it, girl. I know. And I know, I'm sure you've had to dig deep and find new ones during this time.
Oh my, I think I'm running out of phrases at this point. I'm making stuff up left and right, but 2020 has a lot, you know, it's throwing a lot at
It's testing us. It definitely is testing us to see how good we are, because it is. And I think for me and my, like in my mindset, this has definitely made me a lot stronger and made me a lot more focused. And now I feel, honestly, I was so, again, like you said, blessed, because I was able to stay home with my husband, which we never got to do. The longest that we spent time together was our actual wedding, like during that week in Ireland.
Gosh, yeah.
And so we were like, wow, like look at our home that we paid this mortgage for. Let's update it. Like, let's do things together. Let's communicate. And so for us, it was just really like a blessing. But that's the thing. Once this happened, we realized, like, thank God he still has a job. He's still teaching virtually, but he's still teaching. It gave me an opportunity to start this show. And I reached out to people and had conversations, and I'm like, wow, I haven't spoken to you in 10 years, but now I got to see how your journey was. It's been a blessing. And so that's been the one thing that through all of this, it's communication. It really is. It's so important. And I think that's something that for you, you're a really big like promoter of communication, positivity,
Yes.
focus, drive. And I'm going to say this, and I feel bad saying it, but you were an NFL cheerleader. Most of the time, people don't put that together. And so I feel like there's this misconception about, I mean, honestly, no, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, NFL cheerleader, Fortune 500 executive, oh yeah, successful online business. Sure, that all makes sense.
Yeah.
What was that misconception? Like, did you have to fight your way out of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, you're absolutely right. There's so many misconceptions.
Yes.
But it's interesting because, and you probably feel this way too, like, you kind of like to be the underdog, right? Like, for me, they're like, NFL cheerleader, what does that have to do with anything? And I'm like, oh, no, you don't understand. I was 18 years old doing a 14-hour day on the field at 6 a.m, practicing for 5 hours before the game started. Like, I was training like an athlete for my business before I even knew I was ever going to be in business, you know?
Wow.
So it's like you have that hidden advantage because you have to have that discipline and that focus and like that perseverance and that tenacity. But you're right. People don't, they don't know what's behind it. They don't understand the athletics behind it and the discipline and the energy and the focus that it takes. I mean, I always tell the story. It's so funny, but I remember because I was a freshman in college when I first auditioned for the Eagles, and I would be in my like room going to sleep. It would be like 9 o'clock because I knew I had to get up so early for game day because we had practice on the field before the game. Then we would go shower, do hair, makeup, blah, 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 and then the 4-hour game. And I remember I would hear all the drunk people, you know, going to the bars around, you know, but I knew my purpose and I knew that I wanted this challenge so bad and this opportunity to just experience like the richness of the experience itself. And it was so worth it, you know. I
literally could only imagine your roommates being like, oh yeah, my roommate's a Eagles cheerleader. Like what? Like that's who I'm chilling with. Yeah. And it's just, and you do. It's like that underdog. You like that. Like thank you. Like you took the steps that were necessary, and you became super successful. Yes. But that's usually how underdogs work. We move in silence. We do what we got to do, and we're just like, boom, here I am. Thought you all were sleeping on me, but here I am.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah, for sure.
During your cheerleading time, were there any like weird restrictions that you had to follow as part of being a cheerleader? Like you can't be seen in public at a restaurant with a player or something along those lines?
Yeah. So a lot of girls got fired from my team my second year because we were not allowed to fraternize with the players. So we did a lot of events with them. Like I was doing autograph signings with Donovan McNabb, and like we knew them. We did charity events with them all the time, and we were allowed to be with them professionally. Yeah. But we were not allowed to fraternize with them. So But everybody gets friendly and they're talking and they see each other all the time and they're working together all the time. So then, you know, some of the girls would start like, you know, going out in the bars in the city and blah, blah, blah. Luckily for me, I wasn't even 21 at the time. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. But I mean, they, you know, they got the chopping block, you know, it's a serious thing. They want things done a certain way. So
and you don't want something negative to come out and something happens and
some
all
scandal.
Exactly. Like that's the last thing anybody needs, right? But for me, like it's such a lack of focus and such a lack of discipline to even like get in that. Like I would never risk an opportunity like that to like, you know what I mean? So
But again, it's that mindset. It's just different. You don't even you didn't like think about it. You didn't go that way. And I mean, for a college freshman to not be going out and to be going to bed at 9 o'clock, like
Saturday night,
that's discipline beyond measure. I can only imagine. But I know that, I mean, when I first met you, I mean, I know Courtney Daniels. Courtney Daniels was an old dance teacher. And she was like a second mom to me. Love this woman. And when she joined your team, everything just shifted, right? And like her focus, her mental, like you could see it. And I told you that day, like everything just looked like she was just walking on air. And so when people switch to that, like that motivation and that positivity and just enjoying what they do, you can really see it, right? Is it difficult for you to train people to be that way because of where, most of the time, where they come from?
So I think what we do is very different, and the way we do it is very different. And
Okay.
you know, you're this way too, right? Like you have a certain energy,
Mhm.
and like you live your life a certain way. So for you, it's like very natural. Like that's
Yes.
who you are. But
Yes.
then like you're interacting with people all the time, and you're like, dude, like wake up, like come on, like what's going
Yes.
on?
Yeah.
You know, I think for us, the good thing is that by the time people come to us, they're making a drastic, sharp left or right turn. They're like, I want something different out of life. I am changing my entire life to do it. I am getting it. Like I'm making it happen because, you know, I tell people, I'm like, this is a calling. This is, you are going all in. People are putting their livelihood in your hands. They are literally counting on you to lead them through implementing our program, which will make or break their family's financial status. Like this is a big deal. So I think people do, for the most part, begin that transformation to rediscover themselves before they come to us. And then it's my job to see the best in them, find the best in them, bring out the best in them. And that's the thing I love the most in life. So like, for me, it's not energetically draining because when someone comes to me, they've been through a lot already. Mm-hmm. They know what they're walking into. And now it's like my opportunity to be like the artist, right? Yes. And like take this person and be like, you're coming to me in this form, but like, I know you can become this. And then it's my job to help them get there. And I love it. I love
think that is absolutely incredible because again, I haven't had a 9-to-5 since 2013. And it was very interesting because a lot of companies, again, they're like, we don't really want you to grow. It's just like, we want you to hit this.
Yeah, just enough that they have control and yeah.
And so for you, I love that you're just like, let's see how far you can go. Let's see how much you can grow, and that you are the CEO and you see that in them. That's your job, and I think that's what sets you apart from anybody else. I mean, it's learning about your business and learning about who you are. It's been so refreshing to know that people that are doing good are succeeding. I love that. It's not that you always have to tear people down or like get one up on somebody else. It's like, let's all lift each other up and be better. And I absolutely love that. And now we're going to get to the fun part. You have a new book out.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Yes. I'm going to do my applause. Yay. So please tell me about this book and my husband, because he might have to buy one.
Yes. So I was building online, and it was just really, really hard. And we were learning all these models for launching, which launching is just basically when you have like an online product or program or service and you want to sell it to the masses. You want to make a lot of sales all at one time. It's called a launch, right? Okay. And we tried all of these.
We had no idea. So that's great. Thank you for
that.
Yes,
I know. And because I know people that are outside of our world are like, what in the hell is this? I always write these like really niche books, but it's because I teach strategy. So it's like, if you're in that world, it makes sense to you, I guess. But anyway, so we were trying all these models. We were trying all these different things that different people were teaching. And it was just really complex and really expensive and really overwhelming and really stressful. And I was like, this is not working for me. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. So a couple years ago, we just kind of like got rid of everything we had learned from everyone else. When I started my business, there was no such thing as live streaming. So a lot of these models, they weren't built on live streaming because it didn't exist. And I was like, well, the world has changed.
Yes.
Technology has changed. We have live streaming now, and that live launch. It's all about teaching people literally how to make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars from their iPhone using live stream to teach, to serve, to make a difference, to give back, to help people create new insights, and then extending an invitation to them to come join you on the journey. And it's fun to do, and it's mind-blowing because things that took me 7 years to learn in my business, well, if people come into our program, they do it in a month. Because they're following this model that's so simple. It's just so simple.
You've tested this out.
Yeah. Oh, we do it over and over. I mean, we did a $2 million launch in March. We have people coming in that their first month in our program have done $300,000 launches using this method that the whole book is about, the live launch method.
Wow.
And all it is really allowing people to be authentic online and serve and give back and really truly connect with the people that they're here to make a difference for. And it really allows you to get rid of all the other kind of barriers and junk that stand in the way. Because for me, like, I'm technology challenged. Like, my team makes fun of me. Like, I'm lucky if I figure out like where to go live. Okay. So for me, when I was doing these other launches and like there were these funnels and these landing pages and all these complicated things, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I just want to like help people and like share my message with the world. And that's
It was like, I just want to do this one thing. Like, let me do it. Like, why is it so complicated?
Yes,
Exactly. True. It definitely is. And I think it's great that you did write the book to say, hey, I'm not trying to be greedy. This took me 7 years. Let me help you. And again, it's that same like, let me put you in a better spot. And especially in times like this, where, I mean, for us, we only have one solid household income. So for something like this, like you said, you can change somebody's life instantaneously.
I had a client tell me a week ago, she said, I want you to know that you saved my marriage. She said, you can add that to your list of testimonials, because she said, literally, we were in such a financial position where something had to change. Like, it had to change. And she said, I came into your program, I learned the live launch, our entire financial future, everything is different now. And so it's just giving people the power back in their own hands in a simple way to take the thing that they do the best and be able to connect and share it with people in a way that they can hear it and they can understand it, so they can say yes to it. That's really what it is, you know?
Wow, that's really great. That's amazing. I'm super excited. I mean, there's many things that my cousin, Megan Loomis, and I that we're trying to do and things like that. So you might hear from us sooner than later.
Yeah.
Sometime down the road,
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So I'm going to get to my last question, and then, of course, Ken will ask
Yes.
this lovely, fun question. And it's obviously a topic that is very, very relevant today.
Yeah.
And it's the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's a great movement for me, because I truly believe that as a African American Black female, I see the different challenges when we're, going for a job or going out for a walk, or us going out dining and stuff like that. And I love that one of the platforms that they are trying to build up is Black women in business, and giving us that voice. And I mean, it is one of the things that I speak about regularly when I do interviews. Is I represent Antigua and Barbuda. I am half Antiguan, and the Caribbean culture has this way of being like, women should be seen and not heard, in a sense, And so I feel like it's such a battle for women to even just be heard, and then two, to be taken serious. And you're a female entrepreneur. You became you were an NFL cheerleader. You worked with so you fought your way. How do you see this in your business as like for Black females, and what do you think Black females should do to excel in business?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, I'll say I've been a huge beneficiary of a lot of strong, powerful Black women. I have them on my team. I have them in my programs. I have them as speakers on my podcast. I have them as speakers on my event. So I've gotten to experience the power of what that looks like, right? Like we're one team, and it's been really, really cool and powerful. And I feel like when all of this happened, it has created such a high level of awareness and openness, and people are listening. People that were never listening before, people that were never paying attention before, are really like realizing like, whoa, wait, I've been what century am I operating in? And what am I doing here? And I have a lot of really strong, Black female women in my program. And I think the biggest thing right now is step forward with confidence, be loud, be proud, but really use the megaphone. I feel like you guys all just got an upgraded megaphone. Use that megaphone to be out there and perpetuate whatever your zone of genius is. right? Because Black Lives Matter is awesome, but you can ride that wave of Black Lives Matter to share your genius with the world in a moment where people finally are waking the F up and being like, oh my gosh, like I've been a part of the problem and I didn't even know it for a lot of people. And what a great moment. Like what a great moment for people to come together. You know, I have my foundation, which is the Human Family Foundation. We're building a well, you know, right now in Africa. And, you know, a lot of our pillars of giving back are really trying to elevate the conversation around access, education, and entrepreneurship for people of color, for minorities, for people that like aren't seen, aren't heard. And I would just say, now's your moment. Like step forward with confidence and empower and link arms like we are. You know, you're obviously speaking at our event, which I'm so proud and so excited. You know, you blew everyone away at our team meeting. It's so cool to have you. But, you know, using this opportunity when people actually are finally paying attention and finally realizing that they've been in freaking missing out, really. Like missing out on what's possible. All of the strength comes from diversity. All of the strength comes from us coming together. But I think people have such a weak network. Like they operate in such small circles that sometimes they don't even have exposure, right? So I think just taking advantage of the moment and using it to your benefit to really push forward whatever matters most to you, because people are paying attention. Get on podcasts, go do as many live streams, you know, joint live streams as possible, get up on the stages. You know, people are open, they're excited, they're willing to learn. And it's a great moment. It's a great moment for all of us because we need this. We need this so we can go forward together, you know, so
and make the future brighter, better, stronger, more loving, if anything.
In every way.
I absolutely love it. Kelly, thank you so much. Thank you for answering all these questions. I appreciate it. I love your honesty. You know that I love you, and anything that you ever need, I'm always here for you. We are going to get to the part that everyone loves for some reason, is Ken's Corner. And Ken is my fabulous, phenomenal husband, and he is going to ask you a random question. So,
okay, I hope I have the answer. I'm a little nervous.
Everyone is. Everyone always is.
Alrighty, if you had to win a game show to survive, what game show would you choose?
Oh, can I like make up a business game show? Is there like a business game show I can play?
Sure.
Okay, so it would be like trivia about how to grow a business. Like I would totally win that.
You would totally.
Any other game show would not go well for me.
I would absolutely lose that show. I literally would be like, I have not a clue. Do I go live every second? Start a reality show of my life? Is that how?
Well, that would work.
On and you're good to go.
Just strap one on. That's how it would be. Do you have time for like television shows and like Netflix and stuff?
To relax.
Not really. I mean, I do. I'll watch one or two shows a week. Like at the end of the night, when I use that sometimes just to get my brain to stop. You know, sometimes you just like have to be like.
Down.
He always does. Yeah.
So like, I watch Billions. I like Billions. You guys watch Billions?
I've heard of it. I heard good things.
I do.
I like Billions.
I say this all the time. I'm such a Disney geek. I love Disney. I love Pixar. I'm a very comedy person. Like that's what I focus on. So if it's like a drama or anything like that, I don't really want to cry my eyes out every single time I turn into the show. I don't want to be scared. So like people like love Law and Order. I'm like, I'll never go to my man. I'll be like, forget it, never mind. I'm gonna get killed and like, you know what I mean? So like I watch like The Office and stuff like that. But like now I'm shifting, of course, to I want to read more. I'm reviewing like my videos and high jump, and I'm getting stretching and all this kind of stuff. So unfortunately, I don't have that much time. But
I've been watching your stuff though. You've been like ramping it up. I'm like, Priscilla, I love it. That's like
I love it.
I see you ramping up, and I'm like, yes, let's do this.
I love it. It's honestly, it's been a little, not in the sense difficult, but it's a lot behind the scenes that I was like, wow, this is and I like most people are like, oh, you should start a podcast. I was like, I'm not a podcast person. I'm a very
You're
very
like doing the
individual.
video.
I
Yeah.
gotta talk to people. I love talking to people. It's what I do. I can't just sit in front of a mic and like talk it that way.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was like, this is the perfect time for me to just try it.
Yeah.
And but like when I start working out and stuff, that's when I'm gonna start listening to podcasts and like
Awesome.
reading like the audio books
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So like when I have my cleaning business and I like have my clients, they all take at least 4 hours. I'm like, it's like great time. I've done 2
there
books.
you go. Yeah, that's perfect. That's
what
awesome.
I'm gonna try and do.
Very cool.
But I thank you so much for being a part of the
Thank you,
show.
guys.
Thank you. You are absolutely phenomenal. I know how busy you are, so I appreciate you taking the time, giving us your wisdom and sharing a little bit of your journey. And you know, anything you need, you just let me know, and I'm always here for you.
Same goes to you guys. You guys are dream team. You guys are so
Thanks.
awesome. Keep rocking it. And Priscilla, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm
Thank
rooting
you
for
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Away. All right. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you
guys soon.
so much. I'll
Take
talk
care.
to you
Thanks,
soon.
guys.
Bye, Cal.
Bye.
It's so crazy because she is really busy. So when I had asked her 2 weeks ago, and she was like, well, yeah, let me see like if I can fit it in my schedule. And I was like, okay, like if you can, I understand. But honestly, guys, go check out her page. If you are doing like an online business, I really, really think it's something that you should at least reach out to her. She has a couple books out, so I think you should take the time and read and educate yourself on how the internet business is booming and what you can do to set your business apart. She has real results. She's hiring people on her team that know what they're doing and have that same passion and drive to excel and be excellent. So I love it. You did great, hon.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, your question was good.
Oh,
if you were on a game show, what show would you do?
Family Feud.
Oh,
Crush
yeah, you would. He's like a gamer, but like a
Game shower.
Yeah, like you're very good
If
at
I get the
trivia.
right categories in Jeopardy, it's done.
What would your dream, like what would be
Like
like
I don't need
history?
like history and like sports, but if you mean like poetry and literature,
Yeah. So but you have history, sports. I think you'd be really good at he's really good at name that tune. Like that is his thing. And your era is like the doo-wop.
country, doo-wop, yeah, a little bit of everything.
So yes, I think
Well versed.
I was on The Price is Right. I don't know if you guys know
See,
this.
I'm not good with that.
I was on The Price is Right.
Come on down.
in college.
It's a new car.
And it was so much fun. We were out in LA for a track meet, and with my team, my college team, St. John's University. And I'm telling you, it was so great. I had no idea how to play. It was just one of those things where I was just like, I don't know, like, let's just try it. And I got actually on to play the game because I did the strategy of the person before me was like, I think it was like, I don't know, $700. And I was like, $701. And I got on the show. And it was awesome. And I got to spin the wheel. The wheel is heavy as hell, super heavy. I didn't know how to play. And and I screamed as soon as it stopped. I was just super excited. They were like, you lost. And I was like, I don't care. I spun the wheel. I really got to try and find that video.
Yes, yeah.
I think it'll be really great. But
It didn't happen.
I thank you guys so much for being a part of this today. Kelly's a phenomenal woman, and I'm actually very excited because I am going to Miami to speak at her conference. And so I'm very, very excited to do it. You guys know my personality. I'm very open and honest and genuine. And I think it'll be a really good time, and I can share my journey with the judges and like the panels and all that kind of stuff, and the guests that are coming to this convention. So it's in October, I believe. So I'm very excited. I'm doing a lot more speaking engagements, and I'm getting through this. I feel like we're getting through this pretty well. And but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I am going to have to take a little show hiatus a little bit because I don't know training wise what's going to happen and stuff like that. So the show is going to take a little bit of a break.
The show must go on.
I think at show 50, I will take a little bit of a break, and then I'll get some more guests lined up so we can come back for season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Season finale coming soon.
Who's our season finale guest going to be?
I don't know.
So if you guys
Obama.
know, I could get Obama.
That'd be amazing.
I should. I mean, that's what she said. Reach out. Let our voices be heard. This is our time. I really want to interview Nick Ray.
Yes.
Really, really would love to interview Nick Ray. He is somebody that I'm a super fan. I really am. I think he's phenomenal. But thank you guys so much for just supporting To Speak My Truth. It's been so much fun, and I've had a great time doing it. Zoom in. But again, if you guys have any questions for me or want to be on the show, just let us know. Reach out, sign up in the DMs, and we can definitely talk. Have a wonderful Monday, guys. Enjoy your week, and I will see you guys, I believe, tomorrow. I have to check with my guest, make sure she's okay. But yes, should be back tomorrow. And I have a few surprise guests coming up. So talk to you guys soon. I know. All right. Have a great day, guys.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.